home, had the attack anyway. And then I was like, oh, wow, it's not the alcohol, it's the Mexican food. And then I had to do some research to try and figure out why, because I thought it was absurd when it first happened to blame it on the food, but no, it's actually the food. Dr. Kiltz, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome, Bob. How you doing? Great to see you, Lance. Beautiful evening, upstate New York, not far from Ohio.
Not far. I was,
No?
I think about the Albany thing, but I put it in Google Maps as an 8-hour drive, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's a good one. It's
I don't
good.
know.
It's
It's
good.
8 hours there to say hi and then drive 8 hours back.
Yeah, yeah. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We'll watch. These travels to these meetups aren't easy, and it's great to see people. But amazing how great it is just to see people online.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great way, right?
Yep. This is our Monday night meetup right here. So
Yeah. Got Lance here, and saying hi to so many people. It's good. And thanks for coming up on our show this evening. It was really nice. Good, heated conversation tonight.
Yeah, well, I got to yours right on time today because sometimes I'm still working and you start at 5:30, but I don't show up till like 6 or 6:10, and I kind of catch the end, But I got to catch the whole thing today, and there was some very passionate opinions expressed tonight.
All of us, and that's what we love. We do love it.
Yeah, but my heart goes out to the woman who's trying to take. Is that her father or her husband that she's trying to take?
Her husband. Yeah. Her husband. I think it was her husband. That's a hard part, and so many of us have gone through that. And it's having a community and someone to talk to is really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my father is kind of dealing with the same issue with my mother. She's starting to have dementia, and it's not quite to the point that the Deanna was saying that her situation was, but it will be one day. So and it runs in the family. So they say. But I've watched it happen to my great grandma and happen to my grandma, and now my mom's starting to have a touch of it, and it's being progressive. You can see the change as the time goes by. So that doesn't bode well for me. I'm hoping that my meat-powered diet will protect me from that in the future. We shall see. So maybe it will, maybe it won't.
Don't know. I think it's going to help a lot, but I've seen it. My father, I've seen it in so many people, but I remember my father was a tough one, and but go through it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Very nice. So you're in New York currently.
I'm in upstate New York near Syracuse, Skinny Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
One of the Finger Lakes. Beautiful area.
Yeah. Are you back and forth between there and Florida? Like
I go back and forth because I have an office in Syracuse and an office in Sarasota. So it's kind of mostly back and forth to this, but then I travel for Carnivore. I just got back from Gatlinburg, Meatstock, which is really good. But yeah, I love both. And this is the greatest time to be in upstate New York between now and September-ish, and then back down south. But I'm not a snowbird. I go back and forth all year round.
Now with Meatstock, I've read some positive comments about it, and I read some that were not so positive about. It was kind of rushed or not. Didn't seem organized. A lot of you featured speakers were kind of crammed into a small time slot. Didn't have a lot of time to speak. Someone was kind of, expressing some disappointment with. But I still wish I was there. I might go to the next one. I am going to Hack Your Health in November, so I'll be there. Okay,
I'll be there. I look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, I'm bringing my wife down.
Oh, good. Yep. I look forward to meeting her. These meetings are not easy to put together, and Meatstock. I mean, I think overall it went really great. Mm-hmm. I think there were some glitches depending on whether you're a VIP or not, or you wanted to see someone you didn't see as much. But next year, Nashville, it's going to be improved. It's going to be a better venue. And I think it's going to be much more organized. And Scott and the team are learning every year to make it better. So they've listened and they're learning. And, I certainly will take all of those. And I'm sure Scott's heard them all, but I want to make sure that we're listening to try to help, because that's one of my favorites, along with Hack Your Health.
All right. Very good. And Lance, how's things over in North Dakota? They're cold over here in Ohio, by the way. Ohio hasn't got the memo that it's spring yet.
Hey, Lance.
Right. Well, we hit 80 degrees today for the first time this year. It's
nice.
Actually really nice outside, except for the wind that's blowing about 90 miles an hour. It's still cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's finally getting nice here.
Yeah, the grass is growing, the flowers are growing, but like tonight we have a frost warning. They're telling you to cover your plants. It's going down to like 31, but tomorrow it'll be back up to 65. And so that's just the way it's been. That's mildly warm days, 50s and 60s, but then like still freezing at night. And it's like May, man. I'm supposed to be opening my pool in the next 2 weeks. if things would go according to plan. All right.
Right.
Cranky Carnivore says, I eat deli meats only with no seed oil, pork, artificial or natural flavorings, and no more than 10 carbs per meal. All right, very good. Do you avoid pork in general, or just deli pork? I'm just curious. I'm still a big pork eater. I eat sausage every day. I eat bacon, whenever I get around to it. Bacon for me is like too much preparation, so I don't have it often. It's just on the weekends maybe. But yeah, I still, like I said, I eat salami, I eat pepperoni, and I like to get bologna, but I get beef bologna.
We still go through 3 to 6 pounds of bacon every week.
Mm-hmm. I was cooking mine on the
bacon.
Yeah, I was cooking mine on the skillet
3
on
to
the
6 pounds
stovetop.
is something for the family a lot.
That was.
We throw ours in the oven. It's a lot easier to cook. It's a little bit quicker.
Yeah. Okay. You're a little bit. You have a little bit of delay currently. So yeah, I cook mine. I used to cook it on a skillet, and just smoke up the kitchen, splash grease all over your shirt, and then I switched to doing it in the oven, and I actually like the oven a lot better. It gets like the perfect crisp there, but we usually do 30 minutes in the oven. So, but like I said, only on the weekend we'll open up a pack and make a whole thing of bacon. But that's why my potassium is so high, is because I eat a lot of pork meat. So if I want to try and lower my potassium, I got to try and cut out some of that pork. But I do love it a lot.
I think pork in the oven is a great way to cook it. My brother recently cooked it in a big pot, and did really well in the big pot too. So it's kind of a little like the oven, but I like the oven the best.
Yeah. And I'm gonna get I want to get a dehydrator and make my own jerky of various kinds. That's my next experiment when it comes to carnivore. I want to make my own jerky. I buy sugar-free jerky, and it's expensive, but I figured if I'd do a lot better if I made it on my own, and it would be cleaner. So
I took Costco.
And you can season it the way you want to too.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just put it in my my dry ager and left it there, and it got really nice. And then some of it I left it as a steak and then sliced it later, and it was delicious. I think we can make all of this ourselves, and I buy some of it, but mostly I make it.
All right. Let's see here. Reading ahead here. Papa Carnivore. I had a huge monster T-bone steak for dinner last night with Malden's smoked sea salt flakes and a side of cold butter chunks. It was so good. All right. Sounds good. Last night I had New York strips. So that's my favorite. When I eat steak, New York strip is still my favorite cut. And let's see here. Grandma's Crochet Corner says, I don't buy all that fancy stuff. I just eat meat and call it good. I pay attention to additives and carbs. Yeah, that's all you have to do. So that's, we're talking about the theme tonight is progress over perfection. We don't, the cheap meats are going to do you fine. And if you can afford the nicer stuff, great. If you want to treat yourself to the nicer stuff once in a while, great. But don't let people discourage you by saying that you got to have grass-fed ribeyes and you got to have pasture-raised eggs, and get what you can afford. It's going to be a lot better for you than the standard American diet you had already lived most of your life on. So, and then you'll be like Dr. Kiltz here, and you can go raw. So you can go from rare to raw.
Black and blue, rare to raw, black and blue.
Yeah.
That's some salt and butter best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we got some really great choice at Costco, very good price at the time. And I got strip and I got ribeye. And I gotta tell you, I liked the strip better that time. Mm-hmm. And it was really good. And some of it I dry aged. It lasts a long time. And even if you keep it in a larger piece, dry aging, and you slice it as you want it, it's so delicious that way.
Yeah, I've done raw. I've tried raw liver, and it was actually surprisingly good. And I've had some cut off raw pieces of my steak before. I still prefer the taste of a cooked steak. I saw a post today. I can't remember the name of it, but someone had a bag. It was raw beef fat. It actually came in a bag. You just opened up the bag and started eating it. And I can't remember the name of it, but someone sold it.
Well, I believe that raw beef fat is actually the healthiest thing to eat. It's healthier than lean meat, ribeye, or strip steak. But it's a hard one to believe. But it's probably the best thing ever for us. But again, raw is I think I don't eat usually the whole steak, but I have a piece of it. Sometimes I'll cut up a bunch of it and eat it raw. But I think I liked the the sizzle on the grill and the fire on it. I think that's where a lot of the flavor comes. But I do like a lot of the fat that's barely cooked, and great salt. I like salter, but Malden salt's another one I love. So many great salts out there, even local salts. I don't know if you have any experience with local salts, but even Syracuse is known for salt city.
So my salt experience isn't very diverse. So there's the regular table salt, that everybody buys, but I buy pink Himalayan salt from, the Warehouse Club, and I also get Malden sea salt flakes from the Warehouse Club, and that's it. I've had someone gave me some Redmond's smoked salt one time. It's like a cherry smoked salt from Redmond's. That was really good, but I haven't gone out of my way to buy any Redmond's because for me, it's just easier to go down the street when I'm shopping and buy my salt there. And I'm not too particular on what salt a person uses. So I think salt's salt. So
I agree with you. I think there are so many great salts, and they're all kind of from Mother Earth. And whether it's dug or from a seed bed,
mm-hmm.
And the beauty is, like anything else, there's lots of different flavors for any of us. But I like the plain, and again, Malden is my top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So we got a question here. Let me bring it up, and we got another one too. So let me figure out here. We did that, and we did that. But I want to get to these questions here. And then I'll come back to some of these other comments that I think are worth highlighting. Alex79843 says, how do I gain weight with carnivore? I actually want to gain some fat. I have low body fat. And if I overeat, including if I overeat fat, I will gain weight. So It's not. I won't gain it I'll gain it faster if I eat carbs, but I can definitely gain weight by just increasing my food. And we have someone else trying to come in. What would you say about that, Dr. Kills? If someone's trying to put on weight?
I mean, I think the fatty meat and butter are really great ways. Cream. I mean, ice cream is one of the best. And again, the fat, cream, eggs, and if you want to use a little bit of honey or a little bit of fruit to sweeten it up a little bit, but yeah, add more fat. That's the key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Add more fat. Yeah, the Kiltz's ice cream, that would be a good way to do it too. Butter bites, it's just, the more you consume, and that if you don't need that energy, your body will store it, even if it's fat from a carnivore diet. How's it going against the grain? Meathead. Okay, you're meathead today. How you doing?
All right, man. All right. Yeah. Just, working Mondays and no time to join lives except for yours.
Mm-hmm. All right. You on your lunch break?
Yeah. Pretty lazy night tonight. Got lucky.
All right. Well, it's good to see you. Looks like the weather's nice over by you. You're just wearing a t-shirt.
Where you at?
I wear a t-shirt every day.
Okay. He's not going to tell you where he's at.
I wear a t-shirt only every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm so hot,
Yeah, it's still hoodie weather over here, so I'm looking for. I like it hot. I get cold easy, and probably because I'm a bit anemic. So I'm always looking forward to it. 95 degrees. I'm like, bring it on, So
yeah, not me. No.
Yeah. So how have you been, Kurt?
Well, hopefully, I'm going to get converted to full time here.
Mm-hmm.
So shortly, and then my time will be one day off a week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be busy working, and my journey is I'm back on track. It's just it's giving me some problems. The food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm strictly eggs and bacon now, but I'm getting too much fat
from the bacon and everything. Yeah,
the bacon, the butter, and the coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, you were. I know you did. It's been over a year. You did that egg fast for like 6 weeks, didn't you? Where you just all you ate was eggs.
6 weeks. I ate 16 eggs a day for 6 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Loved it.
Yeah.
I got to get rid of my bacon, and then I'm going to cycle through, I don't know, probably a few months of eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Very good. So what'd you pack for lunch then? Bacon?
No, in fact, I